Okay, so at the top of Radion, you just want to kind of take the shortest route possible through, and then you basically flat out, and then the braking point is going to be at the curb. You're going to get onto the curb like this, onto second, and you want to get over this curb, then off the throttle, over this curb, up to third, on this curb, over this curb, drop the throttle by about 20-30%, and then we're going to get into no name, second gear. Keep it tight, keep it tight. You see that marshal space on the inside. You can start to slowly build the throttle. Third gear, onto the curb, and you can go flat, then pull on. So basically, you got the little traffic light here, on the curb, down in gear. Let it come into here, and then you can just go flat. And then just trust the car, the downforce will carry you. So then into here, it's as the curb starts, second gear, keep it super tight, little blip of the throttle, off the throttle to get it turned, third gear, full throttle, stabilo 1, or Paul Frere, brake early, second gear, over the curb, and then flat. So here, turn in early, you'll need a little lift, and then you back into the throttle. And then for Blanchimont, what you want to do is you want to actually short shift to fifth just before Blanchimont, just help stabilize the car. So when we do the full speed lap, you'll see, but it's basically like 6 here and then flat, and that should stabilize the car. Then braking, just as the discoloration on the track starts, get all the way over, all the way in, and then pull a source. there is a discoloration on the track. As soon as that discoloration ends is where you brake. Keep the car as left as possible. So braking now, first gear, and all the way in, get it rotated, and then just fire out of the corner. And then coming into a rouge, all the way left, you want to get all the way over this entry curb, so all the way onto the side here. Miss the inside curb if you can. You can take a little bit of the top there. I think I might have got an off track. So sixth gear, shortest line, braking on the curb down to second. Too much speed. Stay in the throttle as much as possible. At the curb, brake. Second gear, look for the marshal's post on the inside, see it. Build the throttle slowly. Third gear, kiss the curb on the inside, full throttle. Keep left hand wheels on the track or it's an off track. Look for the traffic marker, down the gear, feed it in. A little bit of understeer. The braking marker at the curb. Second gear, keep it tight. Third gear, flat. Little bit of brake, second gear, over the curb, flat. Third, turn in. Little breathe of the throttle, just to keep it on the track. Okay, so coming up to Blanchimont, shortest line possible. Looking for the entry. Sixth gear, stay flat. See the discoloration brakes. First. Okay, not a great lap, but you kind of get the idea. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you how to do a quali lap as well. So what you want to do is keep your speed above 150 but below 180 all the way through the lap. You can do a little bit of like tire warming just to get some residual heat in. Try to stay as much as off the curbs as you can, but you've got to keep that minimum speed at least at It's got to build up to like 150. Otherwise, you're gonna get a too slow error. But not over 180. So you just don't want to overheat the tires. And then just about here on the way in, just warm the brakes a bit. So like on the big stops you can brake early and just warm the brakes on the way in. Down again, down again. And then just like focus on trying to get your hands like in the wheel, like really light. Try have like a light grip on the wheel, so if the car goes, like the wheel reacts rather than your hands. So I think, yeah, keep your speeds nice and low, get your brakes warmed up, get your front tires as warm as you can. This first lap, you're going to have understeer, so the first lap's going to be a bit slower, because basically what you're trying to do is not have your tires overheating in the second lap of your quali run. And then at Spa, what you want to do coming into the bus stop is get all the way left, or right rather, all the way right. Turn the car in so it's straight, and then you can get on that throttle just a touch early. And then we're into our quali lap. And with any luck, lap 2 should be faster. A little bit of oversteer on the entry. Breathe the throttle. Short shift to 6th, turn in early, brake late, missed the entry, brake too late, missed the entry then. Don't think I have a full another lap in the car, let's see. And then also like the trick at La Source is like you really wanting to not necessarily hit the apex, you want to focus on getting a really good exit. It doesn't look like we're going to go quicker yet. Although I did miss a couple of apexes on the first run. terrible look home. I ran out of fuel. Note to self, put more fuel for the qualifying. Right, so let's have a look at the data really quick. Just want to get this out the way. So it's essentially what I can see is your quickest lap against one of my race pace laps. Okay, so let's look at sector 1. This already here, you can't use 100% brake in iRacing and GT3. It's just going to cause like max understeer on entry and mid corner. And that's also why you can see there's such a big difference in speed. Trail brake is actually not too bad, steering not too bad. So I would just limit your brake to 85%, and you can brake a bit later, a tiny bit later. So look for that discoloration on the track when that ends brake. So that's gonna, and also just hit the brake harder. Hang on. You can commit, just commit to the throttle. Just commit to throttle through a rouge, and you can see the speed trace again. It just shows that it's costing you a wee bit. Lacombe, same story, braking too much and a little bit late. So if you look at 2268 versus about 15 meters, you can brake a bit later. And then this little bit of throttle here, this is just to get the car rotated for the second part, but otherwise, it actually doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that's decent. Just brake later and don't brake at 100%. All right. Braking is fine here. You don't need to come all the way out the throttle. That's all. You can see, look where your speed trace is compared to mine as you're coming out of the throttle. And then by the time you pick it up again, it's a significant difference, and you just don't recover that again. So just try to brake, even I come out too much, but just come out a little bit out of the throttle. You can hold 50-60% throttle and then back into full throttle there. Let's see. Same story. Braking a touch late, but it's like negligible, no big deal. But if you look, speed traces get close. You're braking, you're starting to lose speed, starting to lose. But your minimum speed is actually quite good, to be fair. But because I'm slowing it a little bit more, I can then be much more aggressive in the throttle, where yours is a little bit stop-startish. So that's what's costing you time there on speed. Steering trace is fine, not too bad. Okay, so let's look at Puan. Alrighty, again, look at all the ABS usage versus mine. I'm only getting ABS at the very end. This is like just a big issue, and you can see in the speed trace again. Other than that, it looks alright to me. Same story on braking. My trail braking is horrible in these laps. And same story here, you don't need that much brake there. Throttle looks alright through pull frame. Yeah. It looks good to me. Launch mine is fine. So just brake way too early. for bus stop. So look for the discoloration on the track brake. On that discoloration, this is sort of in the brakes. Oh wait, I'm too early. Drop them. Oh, I need brakes. Oh wait, I'm too fast. And then you're like in the corner. So just try to be committed on where you're going to brake. Get down through the gears, and then can be slightly more committed on throttle, but it's not too bad. The speed traces are pretty similar. So yeah, so those are my thoughts on your lap and where the little things that I can pick up out of the data. So I hope that helps. Yeah, catch you later.